welcome to another edition of Lee's Thoughts. And today we are putting a new electric jack on the RV. We got a free product. This is a paid review. So let's install this on the RV today, shall we? Jack is made by Pafessa. That's P-A-F-E-S-S-A. Let's open it up and see what we got, shall we? We got the mandatory styrofoam. Case for the top for the head of it. Installation bolts. Instructions. We're gonna have to see how good these are. I don't think it's gonna be too tough of an installation. And then it feels, this thing feels pretty heavy duty. This is a 3,500 pound max tongue jack. How about that? That looks pretty nice. Well, let's get to installing it, should we? So I'm going to go over a couple of the quick, really cool things that this jack does and other ones that don't. First one, from an installation perspective, from my perspective, that I really like. I have a 23-foot trailer. It's, it only has a max tongue weight of 500 pounds. So my 3,500 pounds on this puppy is going to be more than sufficient. Fits 2.25 million holes, 18 inches of max travel, 10 inches in 50 seconds. Surface spray treatment. So it's sprayed for no rusting. High grade durable Acme threaded rod. It's got a mounting plate that's going to adapt to anything. Quick drop foot pad. 5.5 inch extension. It's got a circuit breaker. Here's the thing that I really like is that it has an emergency crank if it ever goes bad. And the cool part about it is you do not have to hook this up to your trailer wiring. You just plug this into your car before you back away. And it uses your car jack wiring to power it. So while your car is there, it has a long cord. It probably has a 10-foot cord, so you can pull your car away a little bit, plug it into your 7-pin, do all your jacking that you need to do to get your thing leveled off, and then just coil it up and put it right next to the jack, and you're done. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove these 3 9/16 bolts to get this old hand crank jack out of the way. So make sure we save these bolts, because we're going to use these same bolts to put the new one in, because these ones are made for our trailer. Make sure you save these. Number 2. And there. They are stuck in there. Might want to use a little WD-40 on them. And number 3. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lift this jack out of here, and then I'm going to clean these holes out a little bit and put a little WD-40 in them, just kind of protect them for, just so that they'll last a little bit longer and be rust free for a little bit longer. The foot off of the jack. That's a pretty easy procedure. Just take that and drop the jack like that, and then we'll just lift this right on out of here. It's that simple. I'm going to put a little towel down below here, just so that I don't get any grease stains or anything on the concrete at the campground I'm at. Just a little respect for them, And I'm just going to clean this off a little bit. Clean those holes out. There's not a lot of rust in there, so I'm not super worried about it. But, I plan on keeping this trailer for a year or two, and I don't want rust. So I'm going to spray a little WD-40 in the holes. And then just work that in a little bit. If nothing else, it's going to make those bolts go in a whole lot easier. Put that down there. Bring that up here. Clean that off, make it all nice and pretty. We're going to take the pad off of the new jack. It's just a simple matter of just taking this pin out, put it to the side so we don't lose it. Put that over there, and place her in. And match the holes. And there are several, I will lean this over here for you. There are several holes in here, and we have a perfect match. If there wasn't a perfect match, we could go ahead and drill holes, but in our case, we got lucky. There's a perfect match. Put those bolts back in. I would go ahead and get them all started so that one key thing to note is you want the switch start this up here just a little bit. You want the switch up front. You want this cord dressed to the left as you look at it, and you want this light on the right as you look at it. You want this whole unit here up front, not facing the rear of your trailer, so that the switch to operate it is right up here and handy. So make sure before you put those bolts in, you got this oriented correctly. Tightening these, I would use the method just like on a tire. I would get them all snugged before I really tighten them down. And as you can see, I can tighten them down all the way. Now that I cleaned them out and put that WD-40 in, I tightened them all the way down, finger tight, and didn't have to use my wrench at all. So now I've got them tight. Only thing left is make sure that they're really tight. There we go. That is installed. The only thing left to do is we're going to drop this down. This is an adjustable foot. Move my block here. For my purposes, I always end up in the very crooked lot, so I'm going to put down the foot as low as I can get it. But you can always adjust this foot to however high you need it. Or if you need some extra space, you can always crank this back up and just move this pin. One thing I did want to call attention to that I never really did is over here, I am supporting this trailer with a bottle jack right now. I'm not supporting it with the trailer jacks. You never want to do that. Always support it with, I have a 10-ton bottle jack right here. You do not want to support it with your trailer jacks. Support it with a bottle jack, a hydraulic jack, or something that can handle the weight of the trailer. So with that in mind, the only thing we have to do is hook it up to the car and show you how it moves up and down. Wasn't that an easy install? All right, so we've got the jack installed, and it's time to give it a shot. So they've very nicely given us some Velcro that is attached nicely to it, and we're just going to extend this cable out. Hopefully I back the car up close far enough. That might not. And that just goes straight in our 7-pin, like so. I'll step over it here, and now we just simply, that is raising, and that is as high as it goes. And if you're Susie, if you can get this over here, you'll see when it lifts off the hydraulic jack over here. Well, there you go, folks. Awesome. I say go out and get yourself a 3,500-pound tongue jack lift by Professor. I'm no longer cranking this way.